would be our first topic for the day, Aiden?
I'm gonna have to pass this one off to Chef Nick.
Today, we will be discussing global, worldwide issues.
Issue number 1.
The Amazon rainforest fire.
Nick, how do you think the Amazon rainforest fire affects our world today?
When trees burn down, CO2 in the trees makes air less good. The CO2 lost from the trees is instrumental to the rising climate change conflict in the world.
Are we doing a new issue? Do I have to elaborate?
Second world issue. Former Vice President Joe Biden.
Or should we do like trivia?
Yes, true.
Aiden, who is the Vice President of the United States?
Joe Biden.
It's Mike Pence. Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. President, Donald J. Trump. When did World War II start and end? Aiden.
1945 to 1948.
What were 3 causes of why World War II started?
You know, as I was not on the scene, so I couldn't report what happened. I'm gonna have to pass this one on.
Nick, I'm going to have to say 1 was Germany invading Poland.
Alright, second one. Germany invaded the Sudetenland. And 3, the French did not like what Hitler was doing.
Coming in at Loverfella Chopper.
Name 5 countries in Asia.
Japan, China, India. Pakistan. The mother Moscow.
What was the date Japan bombed Pearl Harbor?
As again, I was not on the scene, so I will not be able to report it back to you.
I'm going to have to say December 7th, 1941.
Name 2 concentration camps.
Auschwitz, Dachau.
Where are they located?
Poland.
About what % of the ocean has been explored?
Less than 25%.
3%.
I always 5.
Jake, this one's for you. How far is an eagle's eyesight magnified compared to humans?
3 times.
3 times is correct.
Nick, how would you review the Nuggies?
The Nuggets, little stale. 5 out of 10. Fries, on the other hand, 9 out of 10. Some of the best fries I've ever had at McDonald's.
The texture of the nuggets feel like I'm biting a chicken's ass off, but otherwise the shake's pretty good.
I think it'd be a good exercise if we all go down the line and say where we currently work. I work at Chick-fil-A. Jake?
McDonald's. Aiden?
The kitchen.
His resume does not look very good,
Who
though.
would hire a 15-year-old,
Nick,
long-headed...
Nick, can we get the GPA? 3.2?
3.15.
3.1.
Who would hire a long-headed, 6-foot-tall...
His head is an oval. His head is an oval. It's an
No
oval.
skill
No.
whatsoever. Who would hire that?
Would he be of value to the team?
No, he would not.
Not
He'd
at
be
all.
fired on the spot.
Aiden, can you give me the equation for the graph of a circle with a radius of 1?
Isn't that...
Pi r squared.
I said the equation.
Square root of x minus y to the 3rd power multiplied by 1/4 times p divided by 2a.
I think it'd be a valuable exercise if we go down the line and say our current math grades. Aiden, how about you?
C minus.
A.
D.
Nick, please restate the quadratic formula.
A squared
No.
plus B squared equals C squared.
Aiden,
I'll say
Nick doesn't get that. Could you answer this one for us?
X equals the opposite of b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Hot Wheels.
Favorite song out right now?
Luke Bryan's Drink a Beer.
Drink a big.
Riptide by Vance Joy.
No hands. Coming in with the Loverfella Chopper.
So, Nick, are the rumors true?
Saying what?
That you were a descendant of the Trail of Tears.
What happened back on that trail? Andrew Jackson, any harsh feelings about him?
The Georgia government will burn
Could
in
you
hell.
please take us through your personal story of how you survived?
I
I sure can.
Living on the land when the Georgia government ransacked my homes. Came and took all my possessions. Andrew Jackson, that was. I have very mixed feelings about that man.
You liked him?
I don't agree with what he did, but yeah,
But what?
he killed my people.
Go.
Caleb McClone, I will read the messages right here. Nick, he had a shift at Chick-fil-A, right? He spelled, closing is the easiest thing I've ever done. I spilled a huge box of plastic knives all over the ground. There was a good 273 plastic knives all over the floor. The new manager started laughing at me. Most embarrassing moment of my life. Well, Caleb, that's probably not the most embarrassing. The most embarrassing is probably when Leah Kritsky turned you down.
He just exposes him. This will be the conclusion of episode 1.
Hopefully no hard feelings, Caleb McClone. The chefs will get back to you on a name, on a future date. Stay tuned.
We would like to thank
November
you
13th.
for watching our first podcast / trivia.
What happened in the podcast stays in the podcast. No hard feelings.
Caleb, if you're out there. Jackson Parker, calling him out. Who should we call out?
We should call it Mr. Grant Wettig. Goldfish.
Let's just.
This episode, I'd like to shout out all the Christinas out there. Christinas, I know you're watching.
Jonathan Radke needs to lay off the hamburgers a bit. Alright, and that will wrap it up. Thank you for watching.